Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us on the Fox 61 News at 10 o'clock. I'm Angelo Bavaro.
And I'm Bridget Garlow. Thanks for being here for the Fox 61 News at 10. And now to breaking news and an update on a story we told you about yesterday.
A 10-year-old boy from Bloomfield has died after police say he was abused and tortured while living in Florida with his mother and her boyfriend. The
police in Tavera is sharing the news with us this evening.
Now, yesterday, we learned that boy's mother and her boyfriend were arrested.
The police add they will be hosting a press conference next week and will be following that.
Waterbury police say an attack of 2 Muslim students is a hate crime after completing their investigation of that.
Police say the attack happened on March 3rd at Wallace Middle School and involved 4 girls.
Now, one of those girls, who was 12, was charged today with intimidation based on bigotry and bias. A second student was referred to a youth diversionary program as an alternative to being arrested. Advocates from the Council on American Islamic Relations say the 2 teen girls who were injured in this had their hijabs pulled off during that incident. Police say the incident was motivated by religion. They say the school district has disciplined both those students and has implemented enhanced school safety measures.
While we acknowledge the appropriateness of a hate crime charge in this disturbing case, the girls who were attacked have undergone a severe trauma, and that'll take a long time to recover from. But we're also concerned about the 2 girls that instigated this attack. To have hate at such a young age for another student is awful.
Waterbury's mayor responded to the latest update. Paul Pernaruski Jr. says, quote, "While this is an isolated incident, I remain committed to working with the Waterbury Police and the Education Department to ensure our students have a safe and welcoming educational experience," end quote. Waterbury Police Chief Fernando Spagnolo says, quote, "Every student deserves to feel secure and respected in their learning environment, and we will continue to work closely with our school partners to uphold that standard," end quote.
A Hartford police officer who shot and killed a man last October has been cleared of any wrongdoing. The Inspector General says Officer Brian Suleiman was justified when he shot 44-year-old Jamie Grant. That report says Grant threatened people at a car dealership before police tracked him down on Westland Street. He got out of the car and pointed a gun at Suleiman. That report says Suleiman fired, his magazine fell, and as he picked it up, Grant's gun malfunctioned. The Inspector General believes Grant tried to fire, but his weapon jammed. Suleiman then shot him 3 times. That report concludes the officer had no time to de-escalate and acted in self-defense. That report clears him of any legal wrongdoing.
And turning now to the forecast, it looked great out there, felt not so great.
Yeah, the wind was a big issue. Also on the chillier side today.
Yeah.
Let's get a check on the forecast with Deshaun Robinson to see if we've got more wind and chillier temps in store. Deshaun, are we going to be warming up a little bit?
Well, we will be warming up on Saturday. Some wind, but not as strong as today. So near 60 degrees in most places tomorrow. Chance for an evening shower as the cold front passes. Sunday will be absolutely beautiful. Lots of sunshine. And then our next system will bring some rain and maybe even snow on Monday. So winds are calming down right now. Today we had some gusts near 40 miles per hour. Right now we're seeing those gusts near 20 to 30 miles per hour. Lighter winds to start your day on Saturday, not too bad. But as that cold front approaches in the afternoon, our winds will pick up. We will see those gusts approach 25 to maybe even 30 miles per hour. Right now, our temperatures are in the 40s across the board. It is mostly clear across much of the region. We have that high pressure that is keeping our weather rather quiet. Clear for the remainder of the night. Temperatures will fall to the low 30s. Not a bad day to get your golf gear and do some golfing. We are forecasting our highs to hit near 60 degrees, a mix of sun and clouds, especially for the afternoon. Coming up, I'll let you know how the remainder of your weekend is shaping up. Back to you.
All right, sounds good, Deshaun. Thank you. New Haven police say they found human remains while they were clearing brush in a wooded area behind a house. That house was on Rock Creek Road. The discovery was made yesterday at around 6:41 p.m. Police say the body was decayed and they were unable to confirm any identifications to the body at the scene, so we don't know who it is. The body was sent to have an autopsy to learn how that person died. We'll keep following it and we'll update as soon as we learn more.
2 people were taken to the hospital after a crash this afternoon in Suffield. This happened on Mountain Road this afternoon and resulted in a road closure. That road is now reopened, though. Police say that a sedan was heading west on Mountain Road when it crossed the center line of the roadway, colliding head-on with a box truck traveling east. The only people in those vehicles were the drivers. Those drivers' injuries are unknown at this time. 1 person was taken to the hospital via Lifestar following a crash today in Somers. That crash happened in the area of George Wood Road. That person's injuries are still unknown at this time. Of course, we'll keep you updated as we learn more about that.
And new details this evening about the dogs rescued in a disturbing animal abuse case out of Winchester.
The officials now tasked with caring for all 27 rescued dogs say the outlook is good, but it's going to cost a lot of money to get them all healthy again.
Fox 61's Jamel Johnson has the latest from Harborton Animal Control.
27 dogs that were rescued from a home in Winchester this week are healthy and expected to make a full recovery. Harwinton Regional Animal Control Officer said today they are still in the process of evaluating the dogs. They said some of the dogs have owners and they are working with police to contact those people to reunite them. Dogs were seized from a home on Strong Terrace on Tuesday. Officers said it's a big task to care for all the dogs.
Right now, we're providing much of the manpower to feed and water and walk and exercise the animals every day, which is almost 150 times more than they ever had before. They're being walked, they're being taken care of, they're being fed and watered. What we are looking for, obviously, is to curb some of the cost of these animals.
Officers estimated the cost of care to be at least $25,000. They said they have heard from many people in the community who volunteered to help, but right now they are focused on the dog's well-being. They said the best way to help is by making a monetary donation. 2 arrests were made in connection with this case. 28-year-olds David Reed and Sarah Smolak. They both were charged with animal cruelty. Next month, Reed will appear in court, and Smolak's next hearing is scheduled for May. In Harwinton, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
We now know Animal Control seized 42 animals from a home in Sterling earlier this month. Police say the home on Margaret Henry Road was in deplorable condition. State police say 8 animals were dead by the time officers got there. There were dogs, cats, even farm animals like goats and pigs. We're told all the animals are now in the care of vets who are working to learn more about potential charges against the owner of that house.
3 cabins went up in flames at a sleepaway camp in Kent this morning, leaving a firefighter hurt. That fire started at Kenmont and Kenwood Camp around 10 o'clock this morning. When firefighters got to the scene, they found 2 cabins on fire. Strong wind whipped flames to another cabin. 3 burned down in total. 4 propane tanks also exploded from the heat. The injured firefighter suffered minor injuries and he was released from the hospital this afternoon. The cause of that fire is still under investigation. The largest LGBTQ+ youth conference in the country returned today to stores.
Fox 61's Emma Wolfforth was there, and she has more for us tonight.
Yeah, this conference is back after a 4-year-long break, and organizers tell me they feel it's needed now more than ever.
Whoever you are, however you identify, this is your place.
The True Colors SojiCon kicked off the 27th time. Tony Ferriolo is one of the conference speakers. He's a transgender man.
When I was younger and when I transitioned, I didn't know any trans people at all. And it was very emotionally damaging for me.
He transitioned 20 years ago.
I think the hardest part of my work in this is sitting in a psych unit with a child who just tried to end their life. But when you see that same child here smiling and high-fiving everyone, that's the power of True Colors SojiCon.
This conference started in 1994 as Children from the Shadows. Over the years, it's evolved into a beacon of hope and empowerment for LGBTQIA+ youth. It offers a safe space for connection, growth, and learning.
We've got youth, we've got their allies, their parents, their caregivers, their guardians, case managers, social workers, teachers, administrators, to build community, to advocate for LGBTQ youth to protect, to inspire, to celebrate.
The two-day event features more than 200 workshops, various performances, and multiple speakers. Chasten Buttigieg, a teacher, author, LGBTQ rights advocate, and husband of former U.S. Transportation Secretary and presidential candidate Pete Buttigieg, gave the opening remarks.
I remember what it was like being in high school and feeling like the only LGBTQ person in the world. I thought I would never know community or acceptance.
He says having diverse and welcoming spaces like True Colors, especially for youth, is important.
When you see folks just getting beaten down left and right, folks tearing each other apart online, I think the world could use more empathy and compassion and curiosity.
All of the speakers, leaders, and participants say True Colors couldn't have come back at a better time.
It's really scary. But I promise you that some of the solutions will not come from policies or presidents, but the way in which we make other people feel.
That message is one organizers hope students and allies take away.
They need to know that they are loved, that they are seen, and that they are believed. No matter what the world throws at us, we're strong and we're going to stick together and we're going to make it through.
All of the different resources from the conference Friday and Saturday will be available on the Health Collective's website, and organizers tell me they hope to continue the conference now for years to come. Reporting in stores, Emma Wolforst, Fox 61.
All right, Emma, thank you. A big weekend for Yukon Husky fans. The 8-seeded men's teams currently on the court facing off against the number 9-seeded Oklahoma Sooners down in North Carolina. It's a good game already.
Yeah, good game halftime. Yukon is up. Some good news there. This has been a highly anticipated game since the seeds are so close as well. There's a lot of excitement around the men's and the women's Huskies this year. If the men win the championship, it'll be their third in a row, which has not been done by another team since UCLA did it back in 1973. Bar owners like Nancy McKinney of Hops 44 Bar and Stores say this time of year is huge for business.
Last year we had standing room only. We moved couches around, we put tables in the middle.
And of course, those fans are not just excited about the men's team, they're also excited to watch the women play.
Just thinking about that is crazy. Like Yukon women's team is like the best in the world in like college basketball. So winning one more and Paige Becker's winning one, it'll be amazing.
Now, if the women win it all, it'll be their first championship win in almost a decade. The women will host Arkansas State on campus tomorrow at 1 p.m.
All right, well, streaming right now on Fox 61 Plus is a special look at the Huskies' road to the championship. Fox 61 Sports Director Jonah Karp takes an in-depth look at both the Yukon men's and women's teams and their paths to get to where they are today. Download Fox 61 Plus on your TV and watch for free.
Go Yukon, we're keeping our fingers crossed.
All right.